Hi, my name is Caroline Drury. I am the founder of the Beyond Before and After fitness app for women and also co-founder of MacroPath, the AI nutrition app that just tells you what to eat for your goals. Today, we're not talking nutrition. We're talking all things strength training. Well, actually, not all things strength training. I want to talk to you about how to choose a reputable, solid, strategic strength training program. Ladies, as we come to 40 plus, we need to look at doing strength training programs that actually take us on a journey. So immediately, I want to challenge you to let go, to throw out the idea that you're going to do another 6 weeks to sexy shoulders or 8 weeks to your best booty workout. Those are all fun to sprinkle in every now and then, but to get the most benefit for us at age 40 plus, we need to be thinking long term. This is where I want to talk about the difference of doing a workout program and a strength training plan. Okay, so there's two things, a workout program and a strength training plan. Most of the things that you see being taught online are workout programs. So this is, like I said, 6 weeks to sexy shoulders, 8 weeks to a better booty. Those are programs. They have a beginning and an end. And I want to be super clear. I'm not knocking them. Like if you are new to strength training, or if you've been training for a long time, you just want to throw in a variety, awesome. Like anything that gets women's strength training, I'm here for. Okay. So I'll be super clear. I am not poo-pooing those. All I'm saying is that for the long term, they are not going to be the best way to get you from where you are to where you want to be. And for a big matter of the fact is, the simplest way to say it is that they have a beginning and an end. Now, what is a training program? So a training program will be something that is most likely written in something called a training block. A training block will be a series of workouts done in 1 week. This could be a 3-day-a-week training block or a 4-day-a-week training block. 5, sometimes the programming that I write is 5. So you have shorter workouts, but spread over more days, because that seems to work with a lot of the women that I coach and that come into my app because they're busy. So the workouts will take them maybe 30 minutes. But whatever you're doing in 1 week, you're going to repeat that for 4, 5, maybe 6 weeks. I write my training blocks in 4 weeks. And what they're designed to do is within that 4-week time period, they're designed to help you progress in some manner during that 4-week time period. Then after that time period is done, it moves on to another 4-week training block designed to build on the last one, but it's also leading you somewhere. And so when you're done that one, then it takes you on to another 4 or 6 week training block, depending on who it is that's writing the programming. So instead of doing a workout program that has a beginning and an end, I want you to look for instead a strategic training plan done in 4 or 6 week blocks that goes from one to the other, to the other, to the other. So that's point number 1. There's no end. And also what this allows you to do, because as women 40 plus, we need to be focusing on progressive overload. That's getting stronger over time. So no longer can you just be lifting the 2, 3, 4, 5 pound weights for years and years and years at a time. We need to be thinking about adding weight consistently or changing the tempo of the work. So I'm going to talk through progressive overload. What doing these progressive training plans, a strategic training plan does is it allows you to track your progressive overload over time. Progressive overload is the things that we do to help ourselves get stronger over time, because as women 40 plus, we need this. We need this now for our strength. We like it for our physique, but we also need it so that when we're older ladies, we have taken care of ourselves. So we've put the baseline there. We can live as independently as we can for as long as we want. Get on and off the toilet ourselves. Go up and down the stairs. All these things that matter so much for our older selves, we have to start building them right now. But we get the additional, physique benefits right now, which I'm not going to be mad at. Now, what does getting stronger over time look like? This means maybe adding a little bit of weight each week to the lifts that you're doing, but it can also mean working on form. Really, really nailing form is an absolutely acceptable way to keep progressively overloading. So maybe during a 4 or 6 week training block, you might not add weight to that lift that you're doing, but let's say you've just started doing squats on the rack, or maybe you're using the Smith machine. Maybe these are new for you and you're really working on your form. You're working on the depth of that squat. That is a very viable, acceptable way to be progressively overloading, getting better with your form. So far we've captured the fact that we're no longer doing workout programs. We're going to be doing strength training plans. And within those strength training plans, we're going to track how we're getting stronger over time. We're going to be tracking our progressive overload. And that's either with weight, adding weight, working on our form. There are things you can do with tempo. There are slowing down an exercise. So maybe you can't physically add more weight. That generally tends to happen with things like bicep curls because these are smaller muscles. Maybe you can't add more weight, but you can slow this part of the exercise down. That's also a way to progressively overload. And these are things we want to track over time. Now, women say to me then, well, Caroline, how much time? Because we are so results driven, which I get it. I totally get it. If you're not doing this for a result, then what are we doing it for? Had to come inside to finish the video because all of my tech died at the same time. All batteries died at the same time. So that's life. That's what happens when you're creating content. But I just thought I'd come, take a little pause, have a cup of coffee. Got my post-workout bagel here. Very glamorous. Bagel with some jam. I already ate all the egg whites already, so protein is already gone. But what we're looking for, in summary, what we're looking for in a strength training program, just to wrap this video up, we're looking for a strategic strength training plan built in blocks, something that is a plan versus something that is just a workout, like an 8-week or a 6-week workout program. The program has a beginning and an end. We want something that's built in sequential blocks so that you never, ever run out of strength training. Then you can track your progress over time. That's the most exciting thing. Number 2, we're looking for a strength training plan that focuses on progressive overload, ways that you can progress over time and track your progress over time. That's why those 6 and 8 week workout programs are challenging, because you can track them in that 6 or 8 week time frame, but then what? Because it doesn't always translate to another workout program. So that's why strategic strength training plan that allows you to track your progress over time is so powerful. The strength training plan in my fitness app, Beyond Before and After, allows you to take a journey over 2.5 years without doing the same program twice. You'll have a lot of the same fundamentals. You'll have the squat, deadlift, hip thrust, bench press, overhead press, chin up. You'll have a lot of the same fundamentals, but we're constantly evolving from one 4-week block to the next. The number of sets and reps, the tempo, and they're all designed to go from one into another, because if you do a workout program that begins and ends, when you start another one, they don't really go together. Like, again, I don't want to poo-poo it because I care that you're moving. I care that you're lifting some kind of weight. But most of the women that follow me are busy. They don't want to think about it, and they just want to progress over time. They want to know they're getting somewhere, but they don't want to have to do the thinking for it. That's why they generally will come to me for the strength training in my programming, because you can do a great strength workout in about 35 minutes. You just open up the app. I tell you what to do. It progresses over time. You track your weight. And then all along the way, over those 2.5 years, there are benchmarks along the way where you compare to another specific time period, and you compare and things like that. It's so empowering. Then after that 2.5 years, you just go right back to the beginning and you compare your progress from the beginning to 2.5 years later, all along the way again. It's so empowering. It's so empowering because if you're on a fat loss journey, it takes the focus off of just the weight scale. And what it does is it starts to focus you on how strong you're getting. Like, it's amazing. It's awesome. It's awesome. So it helps to balance out the focus. And then last, the thing we're looking at is strength training that uses the compound exercise movements as the foundation. This is so important because these mirror real life, but these are also where you get the most bang for your buck. That's why the women can come into my strength training program and strength train for 35 minutes and still get an incredible workout, because they're doing squats, deadlifts, bench press, hip thrust, chin-ups, overhead press, things that use multiple joints and use the biggest muscles. That's the foundation of every single one of the workouts, because when you want to be really efficient in the gym, use the most joints and use the most muscles, and then just tack on at the end a few exercises, the accessories that use single joints, because that's where the physique is built. So the strength, the squats, deadlifts, really for strength, overall body strength, yes, you're going to be building your physique at the same time, because these things don't happen in a vacuum. But then if you pair those with some single joint movements that really are there to isolate certain muscles, that's where your physique gets built. I think that's why a lot of the women really do love the strength training in my app, because it's a balance of both, and they can get in, open up the app, I just tell them what to do, and then they get out. But no matter what you're doing, I don't care if you're in my app or not. For women 40 plus, we can't train like we used to do when we were in our 20s. Endless burpees, endless HIIT training, all these things, it just does not cut it anymore. It just doesn't. We've got to be more strategic. We have to be more thoughtful, thoughtful, let someone else do the thinking for you. Meanwhile, but you have to know what to look for. And this is something that I think that I really struggled with, which is why I wanted to do this video, because as we get older, we will inevitably go searching for the things that worked for us in previous decades, like our 20s and our 30s, but they just don't work the same for us in our 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond. And I've trained women in all those ages. So not to poo-poo CrossFit, but it generally is not the game changer when you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, maybe your 40s, but 50s, 60s, 70s, not so much. That's what I wanted to say. I just wanted to tell you what to look for, to guide you on what to look for, how to assess what kind of workout program or what workout plan you're going to be doing. Again, it's a workout plan, not a workout program. And what kind of exercises to be looking for, because you want to get the most bang for your buck. You don't want to waste your time. And I hope this was helpful. If you have any more questions, if there's anything else you want me to talk about, please put it in the comments. Please subscribe. Please come and join my app. Please come and watch my journey to running the Great World Race, which is 7 marathons in 7 days on all 7 continents. But if you need any more help, I love to teach. I love to coach. So please just write me a note in the comments. Find me on Instagram. I'm here to I really want to see you win. Okay. Have an amazing day.